It's literally almost 2,000 years of history and it's still standing, which is absolutely impressive. Good morning, guys. I decided to sleep in last night and it is now 10:30 in the morning. I thought I would sleep in until like 8 or 9, but apparently I've been so tired here in Fethiye. Today, for the most part, it's gonna be a travel day. It is 10:30. Let's go head to the autogar and see if we can get a bus to Antalya. One last time. Goodbye. Thank you. Yes. Perfect, thank you. The timing could not have been better. We arrived at the bus station at 10:26. The bus leaves at 10:30. So I think we might be arriving to Antalya a little bit earlier than I expected. Really perfect travel day so far. We made it to our break stop here just for a quick lunch. We're about 2 hours into the bus ride and I have to say the bus ride so far has just been beautiful. I mean, the mountains, they're so tall and I almost feel like I'm in Switzerland sometimes. The rivers going through. The roads themselves are super windy. They're going through the mountains, so sometimes it can feel a little bit nauseous. You get a little bit car sick. But other than that, it is really beautiful here in Turkey. I can't even believe that this is Turkey, but we're currently in the countryside. It's gorgeous. I think we've still got another 2 hours until Antalya, but let's go check out what the little convenience gas station store here in Turkey has to offer. $2.50. I saw the person in front of me get this thing called a Eti Suit Burger. It seems cold. It was in the freezer. Just gonna open it up and see what's inside. It literally looks like pancakes. It looks like a Japanese pancake. Let's try it out. That actually tastes like a Japanese pancake. It's banana flavored, but wow. Japan and Turkey combining together, creating a delicious gas station pancake. Never had anything like this before, but wow, it's really good. All right, I'll see you guys back on the road. We have just made it to our hotel in Antalya after a 2-hour bus ride from the bus stop and then about a half an hour taxi ride. Antalya so far, it is giving me a very touristy vibe, unfortunately. It's a lot of touristy boutique hotels, restaurants, but that's because we're in the old area. I think once we get out, we will get some really nice traditional, vibes of real Turkey. But this place we've just checked in, it's 160 liras for 2 nights right in the center of the old town. And now we're gonna start exploring Antalya. We have just made it to one of our first stops here in the old town of Antalya. This is Hadrian's Gate. Now there's a couple reasons why this gate is so important here in Antalya. First, I mean, it has a history of almost 2,000 years. It was first built when the Roman Emperor Hadrian came and visited Antalya. So this gate was built for him. But it's also really important because it's one of the only gates left into the ancient city of Antalya that's still standing today. And it was only excavated, I think, just a couple decades ago that they discovered this gate. They restored it and then they built it up to the way it is today. You can still see that it's relatively well preserved. You can still see the carvings and the pillars and all of that, and the fact that it's still standing is impressive. But I mean, it was built in 130 AD. That's literally almost 2,000 years of history, and it's still standing, which is absolutely impressive. This is one of the most important structures in the old town here in Antalya, so you can't come to Antalya and not see this. Next stop here in Antalya's old town is the clock tower. Honestly, there's nothing special to it. It's literally just a tower with a clock on top, and even when you get near it, you can't really see the clock. You have to stand pretty far away. There's just a couple locals just chilling around, but it's not really that impressive. Not compared to the Izmir clock tower, at least. That was really, really nice, and there's an entire square around it. It's an okay site to just come and take a look and then walk past. So I'm currently walking down a staircase from the old town to the harbor, and these stairs are known as the 40 steps. So there are 40 steps, and the reason it's so important is because when Antalya was being ruled by the Venetians, they built the staircase to connect the old town with the yacht harbor, especially for commercial reasons. So even to this day it still exists, and there's 2 whole vaults underneath. But from what I'm counting, I don't think that there's 40 steps. I think they may have done a couple repairs here and there, but yes, these are the very famous 40 steps here in Antalya, and they literally bring you from the old town right to the harbor. You can see the ships from where I'm standing right now. So we're just gonna head down to the marina and walk along and see what's on the marina. I have to say, compared to the other seaside cities we've been to here in Turkey, the marina here is pretty small. I mean, even if you look at the map, you can tell that the marina is really, really small. But yes, there are a lot of ships, but the actual harbor itself, like, I just spent 5 minutes and I just walked around the entire harbor. So it's a very small marina area. And they do offer some day boat trips around. I think there are a couple islands you can see, but yeah, nothing special, nothing comparable to at least Fethiye's marina, which extends for such a long stretch. So yeah, a lot of boats, but not that much to see. So this right there is the glass elevator of Antalya. The whole thing is free, so going up, going down, walking into the walkway, that's all free, which is really, really good. The view is quite nice. You get the entire Antalya harbor. You can see all the old forts, all the old structures. You can see the clock tower of Antalya. So it does give you a very good sense of direction. So I would advise, when you get to Antalya, this should be your first stop. Gives you a sense of where you are in Antalya, what you're gonna look for, what you want to see. It's just a very good sort of directional compass almost. Great view, great sense of direction. This should be your first stop here in Antalya. Now, right in front of me is probably one of the most famous landmarks here in Antalya. This is the fluted minaret. So the reason this minaret is so unique is A, it's been around for a very, very long time. I think it's the 13th century if I'm correct, so really, really old minaret. But second, if you look at the structure of the minaret itself, it's fluted. And when I mean fluted, I mean like if you look at the column, you have all these like sort of curves that come out of the minaret, which makes it really, really unique because I don't think you can find a minaret like that anywhere else in Turkey. So it's really, really unique type of minaret, and it is probably one of the most famous landmarks here in Antalya. Currently it's under restoration, so you can't even get that close to it, but it's probably best seen from the viewpoint which we saw earlier, because then you have the whole entire view of Antalya and you can see the minaret just standing up across the entire city. There is no better way here in Antalya to end off your day with sunset at Karalioglu Park. I'm probably butchering that name completely, but let me just put it on the screen for you. It's a very nice, beautiful park. What surprises me about this park is that it's literally on a cliffside. Once you look down, you see the ocean, and it's a pretty steep cliff. So it's a park located higher than the ocean level, and you can see that's the case for most of Antalya. But there's also an old stone tower over there. Unfortunately, like most of the buildings that we've tried to visit here in Turkey, it is under restoration, but it is still really nice to see it. And the place, I mean, it just, look at this view. Usually when the visibility is really nice, you can see the mountains from the opposite side of the bay, but right now it's a bit smoky, so you can't really see the mountains very clearly, but at least you can still see the outlines. Other days you should be able to see like the snow-capped peaks, but unfortunately today's not one of those days. But we're just gonna relax here and enjoy the sunset at the name of this park, which I'm not even gonna try because I'm gonna butcher it again. And just like that, the sun has set, the lights are turned on, and it is officially nighttime here in Antalya. I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this travel day slash exploring Antalya. It was a much shorter travel day than I expected, thanks to the efficiency of the bus line from Fethiye to Antalya. And I have to say, the road here was beautiful. Antalya is a very touristic city, I would say, but within that tourism, you can still get a bit of like a charming vibe to it. I think there's a lot of history to explore in Antalya, and I mean, as you guys probably saw, the cliffside is just gorgeous. So it's really, really beautiful. It's a very touristy town, but it's still a very beautiful town. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure to like and subscribe for more food and travel videos. Hit that notification bell so that you know when a new video is uploaded, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.